This is Southwest Oklahoma's high school football show, Gridiron 7, sponsored by Classic Lawton Chevrolet.
Thank you so much for joining us for Gridiron 7 Overtime. Mark, we're on the back half stretch now. We're already midway over through district play already.
Yeah, no, it's week eight? I want to say.
We're going to go with 8.
8, 7, however you want to count it, if you believe week 0 exists. Or
yeah,
if
you're a week 0 truther.
Yeah,
then
this is week 8.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think it's
This would
week
be
8 because most teams have like 2 games.
And there's 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so, dude, we're less than half a month to go, folks, and it is flown by. I mean, looking at the calendar, it's October 24th at the time of this recording, and that's where did the time go?
I don't know. It felt like we just started, our game of the weeks, and we just finished all of the, game previews and everything. But now we got a couple weeks till play.
I mean, once Wednesday hits, I mean, it's blink of an eye and it's done. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess, technically 2 months ago, around this time, we were doing our first week. So,
I know that was so much fun though.
It seems like a week ago and 2 months ago all at the same time. So
absolutely.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. But let's hop right into the action. For our game of the week, take you out to Stevens County for a battle of top 5 teams. It's Empire taking on Hollis. Hollis gets off to a hot start here. Creed McQueen finds some space. He's off to the races. Will he unhitch the wagon and go? Nope, he gets caught from behind about the 5-yard line. He was really upset on the sideline. He said, man, can't believe they caught up to me. But Matt Parker gets his way into the end zone after the read option. They would strike first just before the Lightning does. Just like a lot of other games, Hollis takes 8-0 lead. Bryce Shaver rolls out to his right, fires to Francisco Garcia. Check out the grab, and he's rumbling all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
That's
then
a kicker.
A lightning delay for about an hour and a half, but regardless, Hollis takes the 70-20 win. Man, you got to say, you got to bounce out of that break. A lot of teams come out cold. That Hollis offense did not. They racked up 70.
You said 70.
70.
That's why I said 70 against Empire.
Yeah, a top 5 team.
That's what?
Yeah.
I mean, we knew Hollis was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if we knew that they were that good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. It's obviously Hollis. We're firm believers in you. Mm. I didn't think 70-20 was possible against a top 5 team like you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed. They mixed in the run and the pass, and Empire really struggled on the ground, and it kind of made it one-dimensional. But they still got up 20 points, which is no
on the road
feat.
too. Yeah. Good for them.
Absolutely, but
huge win for Hollis. Good
what
job.
A big win. They continue to march on throughout district play, and now we're to some Friday Night Lights. Technically, this happened today. How about it? Eisenhower taking on Northwest Classen here. And it's a bomb here. Anthony Jones looking deep to Jordan Jackson. Sets it up for a first and goal for Classen. The very next play, though, a big Eisenhower stop on the QB sneak. One would think forward progress was stopped. Referees disagree. Eisenhower picks up the fumble and the recovery for the Eagles. Northwest Classen forces a 3-and-out, though, on the next drive. And that Jones to Jackson connection, it keeps going. Look to the right side here. Hall's in the catch and takes it all the way to the house. The Knights strike first in this one. Northwest Classen putting them on a little bit of an upset alert. They keep it going in the second quarter. Jones to Jackson one more time. Moss is the defender in the end zone. This was also defensive pass interference on the touchdown. The Knights take 13-0 lead, but Northwest Classen takes down Eisenhower 32-28. Look, I was there for this one. You were watching it on the stream. Eisenhower came out really slow on offense, couldn't really get a whole lot done through the passing game. The run game started to open things up, but Northwest Classen still hold on for the win.
I think it's safe to say, James, this isn't a state contender in Eisenhower. We can officially probably stamp that one down. Hate to say to any Eagle fans out there that we're still believers, but the good part about this is there is a very, very bright light that shines here. Eisenhower found the end zone for the first time since week 1. Not once.
Week 0, technically, right?
Week 0, that's true. The first time in 2 months, Eisenhower has found the end zone. Not only did they find it once, 4 times.
4 times.
4 times for Eisenhower. Good for them. They got put up 28 against Classen SAS. Obviously, no Bigsby team, but hey, putting points on the board is how you win games, and Eisenhower finally finding the way to start doing that now.
Yeah, hopefully some moves in the positive direction. I know they close out the season with U.S. Grant at home, another Oklahoma City public school that one would think would be another competitive game.
Yeah.
I believe they have another tough district matchup next week, and then close it out with U.S. Grant.
Yeah,
but,
program.
hey, offense is getting to start moving. Now in Class 5A, a pair of district titans. Mark, take it from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Up in Newcastle, hour-and-a-half lightning delay got the Highlanders and Racers going at almost 9 o'clock on Thursday night. Newcastle with the ball third and short. Ben Rogers stood up at the line by a group of Highlanders, making a statement here early in the next drive. It'd be Evelyn Lachlan from MacArthur's throwing on the run, lobbing it. Anthony Cole with the one-handed snag into double coverage. And the very next play would be Connor Claiborne getting his number called, taking it through the numbers, 35 yards to the house. But James, a blocked extra point here. It would be the Highlanders failing to get a handful of these actually tonight, and it paid off in the end. But they keep the train a-rolling. Douglas Anderson getting the rock and rumbles his way into the end zone. The Highlanders led midway through the second, but Newcastle would come racing back. They downed the Highlanders 41-32 very late into that Thursday night.
Absolutely. I bet it was around midnight when that score went final. This one also got delayed just a little bit. Carl Albert takes down Lawton High 49-0. That wraps up all of our city action. Real quick, let's go over the MacArthur game. Obviously, got delayed really far back there, but when you were there, what'd you see?
I mean, obviously, MacArthur fans, let me say this, they travel really well. I got there probably about 6:30, and the away side was more packed out than the Newcastle side. And it was Newcastle senior night, mind you. Ooh. I don't know if they just read off every name for everybody in the school that was a senior at Newcastle, but there was probably well over 100 people on that field that had their names written out. I don't know who their PA announcer is out there, but shout out, man, you were reading names for like an hour 20. So I respect it so much. But as soon as they wrapped up the seniors, they did the national anthem, and as soon as they hit that last note, they're like, all right, well, we got a lightning delay, so we'll see y'all back here in 30 minutes. And then that kept getting reset, and finally about 8:30 they reset it for the final time. Everybody's waiting in line, and finally started getting things going. But MacArthur, like I mentioned, started off really, really well. Just those extra points, man, just kept killing their momentum. Anything that they would start would immediately get shut down after they found the end zone, and then Newcastle found that momentum and hit their extra points.
Absolutely, and this was a really big game in district play,
huge,
right? I mean, you're looking
huge game.
If you're looking out towards it, it's like them, Bishop, McGuinness, and Newcastle entered this week as a three-way tie. Now Newcastle holds the advantage there, and when they play Bishop McGuinness, then things get really interesting.
Yeah. No, it's huge playoff implications, especially this late in the season. Those losses really start hurting even more.
Absolutely. Now in Class 4A, this team has less to concern about with their district, as the Elgin Owls have won 22 games in a row, and they took control of this one quickly here. Caden Boletto swings it out to Brody Morrison. He's out in front on the screen. No one even lays a hand on him. He goes 53 yards to the house. Elgin takes the 7-0 lead. Douglas would march into Owl territory, though. 4th and 1, the Elgin defense comes up with a huge stop. It would be turnover on downs. The Owls will remain aggressive on offense. Very next play, it's Boletto. Puts it deep right into Joey Orellano's hands for about 65 yards for this touchdown. Elgin wins in a blowout fashion over Douglas, 56-0. They're now 8-0. On the season. They keep things going there. And this one ended in the late night hours as well. Cash and Clinton went to, I believe, double overtime. Cash pulls out the win in this one, 48-45. How about the Bulldogs kind of getting that late season momentum? They're getting better as time goes on. Elgin, I mean, it's almost tough to talk about them because they were always going to beat Douglas.
Sure.
It was just one of those games where they're going to go out there and whoop up on them, but man, they look better and better as time goes on. There wasn't really that state title drop-off that maybe people thought there was going to be.
I definitely don't think so. And granted, I thought there'd be a little bit more of a drop-off than what we've seen so far. But I'm fully on the Elgin train now. I don't want to say they're going to win state, but we'll probably see them in Edmond in about a month's time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think them, Tuttle, are kind of the two
powerhouses, same ones again.
Absolutely, they're running it back. Now in Class 3A, the 5th-ranked Anadarko Warriors need a win to stay in the top 5. They take on Plainview Plainview hosting this district battle for second place. Plainview with the ball. Cooper Flowers airs this one out, and it's hauled in by Dominique Corsi to put the Indians in prime scoring position. The very next play, Flowers hands this one off to Bo Brewster, who walks in for a touchdown. Plainview looking to add to that lead after that score, and it's Cooper Flowers. Keeps it on the read option, swerving and dodging his way through traffic, turns on the Jets. Takes this one about 50 yards all the way to the crib. Anadarko falls on the road 49-28. Now I know we of lightning delay. I'm pretty sure that game finished at like 11:30.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
it was,
dude.
they had, I think, a 2-hour halftime. Like they were good until halftime, and then it just.
Where is Plainview? It's
That's KXI.
yeah, Texas. Shout out, guys. Appreciate you sending that footage. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's insane. I mean, it makes sense. The storms obviously move west to east, so we get it early, they get it late. But I do not want to stay out there for more than a while.
I kind of got stuck in that same thing where I left the Empire game. I was like, all right, let's just go over to Comanche.
Yeah, right.
Just sat in the parking lot for probably 45 minutes, and I was like, this game probably isn't going to start by the time I need it to.
Yeah.
So left that one, went back early, kind of corralled things here because it was a little bit of a, not like a circus, but I was like, we're not going to have the content we thought we were going to have just because of the storms and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's
And
nobody's
almost
fault.
every scoreboard was in the third or fourth quarter or the half.
I think
It's-
probably 70% of the scores I was doing, I was like, all right, this is in the third quarter. You know, and I was like, I haven't heard anything since.
Oh, my goodness.
But this one actually did get wrapped up here pretty quickly. In Class 2A, the Marlowe Outlaws looking to shake off their loss with Dixon on deck. The run game got going pretty quickly here. They score first. Jet Gilbert going through for the touchdown. Outlaws again handing things off. Hudson Morgan for a quick Outlaw touchdown. The Outlaws steamrolled Dixon in this one 49-0. Not much of a surprise given what Marlowe is so far this year and given what we've seen out of Dixon. Hey, there's that Comanche game we talked about. Not a whole lot going on there for the home team there. Davis, one of the best teams in the state, especially in Class 2A. They win that one 35-0. Now, Marlowe, obviously, look, they played Washington. You saw that one.
That was
a very
great
competitive
game. My
game.
goodness.
Two of the best in the state going head-to-head. It's usually them, those two schools. Millwood, obviously. I don't want to say that's probably going to be at least a state semifinal game, but it kind of seems like they're going to play each other good.
Marlowe, Washington?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt. Depending on how the OSSAA does the bracket, and depending on how they finish in the standings, for sure. I mean, it'd be a shame to have Marlowe, Washington, I think, on the same side of the bracket. Just a disgrace to football if they do, if I could say that. But man, that is a state final game, and it really felt like a state final game on Marlowe whenever I was there. Brent Venables was in attendance, obviously. The crowds on both sides, packed out stands. I had to park probably like a half mile away and hike into something. It was insane. But man, both teams passionate about their guys, and in that video there, I could not, it took me about 20 seconds. I'm just not used to seeing Marlowe in whiteout uniforms.
Yeah.
So that kind of threw me off for a sec. But hopefully, they have their nice Navy uniforms that they tend to rock. So
Absolutely. It was definitely weird seeing them in away uniforms. I've seen it like maybe once.
right.
And then to add insult to injury, though, Dixon has like similar colors. So it's
Yeah,
kinda,
no, exactly.
It's,
It's the same shade of blue. It's like
this, it's a little
like
tricky.
in person it looks different, but on screen like you can see there.
Especially our screens are kind of far away.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
basically
kinda
where the
blind,
camera is
something like
down.
that.
Man, I'll tell you what, I was doing. Sorry, I'm getting off track here. Doing sports from
Behind the
this
scenes.
seat over here, and then the TV over there is like a cool 20 feet.
Yeah,
And
no,
so
easy.
And then I just go over here. There's a TV literally like right there, and then I just have to go back to the camera. Well, I guess it'd be this one, but there to there. Anyways, neither here nor there.
TV's hard.
Yeah, let's just go on to Class A now as Apache takes on Moreland for their homecoming in this one. Both teams looking for win number 1.
I can tell these jerseys apart.
Apache get things going here with some running room by Jake Farrell. Picks up a first down in Moreland territory. A few plays later, third down and long. Grant Brown buying some time, finds Luke Graham across the middle. Move those chains. This drive would extend into the fourth quarter. Brown fools the cameraman and keeps it himself into the end zone. 4-6 for a 7-yard touchdown score. Apache on the board, but Moreland would respond in the ensuing possession. Blaze Overton, first team all first name, by the way, slings it over to Caleb Singstein. The big tight end rolls inside the 10-yard line. that would lead to this. Luke Elslick, physical run up the middle, 4'6" Dragon defenders. It doesn't matter. That kid looks massive. And it's another tough night for Apache in this one. 34-7, Moreland takes that one. Now let's move on down to Class A. We got some more scores for you guys. Minko, one of the better teams in Class A, they take down Hobart 29-8. Wynnewood actually came back 2 touchdowns. Frederick had the 13-12 lead. Wynnewood takes the win in that one. Then Velma Alma falls to Healdton, a tough loss for them, 48-2. Finally, Rush Springs takes down Wayne, 28-0. Move on down to Class B. Now we got 3 scores for you now. Central High, a big win over Burns Flat, Dill City. Snyder blanks Warika. Actually, it should be the other way around.
Okay,
I
about to
believe.
say.
Okay, yeah, no, we're good. And then Cyril takes down Ellick 56-6. Finally, in Class C, the Tipton Tigers, another big win. They bounce back after those couple of losses. They take down Granfield 50-6. And finally, Mountain View Gotebo, big win over Corn Bible 54-6. Wow, another big impressive performance there. But hey, we only got a couple more weeks, and it's playoff time. I know. Well, hey, then we get basketball.
We do get basketball. And that's going to be here really before we know it.
Yeah,
And then,
a lot of the small schools start, I believe, in November.
golly.
So the non-football schools, they get things going there.
We're just marching along through the fall season,
I
man.
know, it's crazy.
Halloween's next week. We got
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in about a month. So
Man, it's going to be fun.
you're on your own next week. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Mark Lowe's taking a little vacation for all you folks out there. But James Wicks and Kyle Weatherly will be holding down the fort next week.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of like
they'll do a fun job. But
like the good old days.
I'll watch the top 7 plays from afar and rank them in my head.
yeah,
I might drop something on Facebook since I won't have access to.
No, I
Or
mean, I
highlight
can,
clips.
I can send them to you.
If you want to do that, I'll
Just voice them with your phone.
I'm going with some buddies that also happen to coach football, so across the state. So I'll just get their opinions on it, see what they like. But
What I'll probably end up doing is just having that recorded on Friday and send it back.
yeah, whatever works.
I mean, we'll see.
I'll put something together. Why not?
Yeah, this guy, he
Clocking it on vacation,
How about
folks.
the kid? This kid's on vacation, away from the
Hey,
station.
don't do that.
He
Don't do
can't get away from top 7
It's
place.
football season. Come on,
I mean,
folks.
this kid's got the buy-in.
I get asked on the sidelines a lot of, hey, that made the top 7? That made the top 7? You best believe that made the top 7.
Unless it didn't.
Unless it didn't. That happened a lot, actually. So
Be like a first down. We'll see.
if the Selly's good, but we'll see about
We
that.
need better first down celebrations. That's what I need to see. I need to
Players,
see, like,
unless your coaches
the
tell you
Nico
otherwise.
Collins, one of these. We're gonna be over here to see the camera.
Players, unless your coaches tell you otherwise, if you see us, that
Yeah.
kind of ups your rankings on our top
Yeah.
7 plays.
I will say a quick story before we go. Literally my first game, I believe it was Lawton. It may have been Lawton Mac versus whoever they played week 1. I think it was maybe Lawton High. Literally the first touchdown I got on my job here was a MacArthur running back. I forget who his name was. He runs in, points at me, does a celebration, gets a 15-yard penalty.
No way. Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not.
He like danced in front of me, and I was like, "This is sick." And
Referee
then
crews.
flag came. I got a look from a coach. I was like, "Ah."
To all the referee crews out there that we talk to at these games, we're chill. If they point at us,
Yeah, hey.
let it slide.
I'll do the thing sometimes. If I see somebody running in towards me, I'll just do.
Yeah, I'll do that, or I'll push the camera in like, speaking of the mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, we're getting way off the track.
Obviously, we're getting way off track.
Week
Look,
8.
we only have a couple more weeks for you guys, which means only a couple more Gridiron 7 overtime. We will be
what's up.
right back here, though, next Saturdays, I guess, when they'll see it.
Yeah, something like that.
And we'll bring you all the best action for what we have next week. And we're so excited. And thank you
Week
so much
9.
for joining us for Gridiron 7 overtime.